Photography is a language. It is a language that all can understand, but sometimes not all can speak. I was first introduced to photography in the world of photojournalism the summer before my junior year in high school. When I first began to learn and try to become part of the community, I went to a camp of photojournalists where I met my mentor and friend Bradley Wilson. Bradley taught me that photography is not just about getting the right shot. It's about passion, love, and dedication that make a good photographer. He said that if I learned to love photography and how to work with the camera, the actual taking pictures part would just become natural. Once I finally got this down, photography became more than my job. It became part of me. After photography had become such a central part of my life, I started to become part of the community, and I realized it's a really open community. It seems like the more photographers I meet, the more I realize that they just want to help you learn. I love talking to old professional photographers who grew up in the film age. They seem to have an appreciation for photography that I've really never seen before. In this digital world and everything, we kind of get lost in getting the right shot, and we kind of lose what photography is really all about. Photography originally started with film cameras. And they only have a couple essential parts. You know, you have your lens and then you have your body. And in the body itself, it has the glass and your shutter, which closes and opens. Sometimes a viewfinder, sometimes not. And then in the lens, you have your aperture. And the way a camera works is it literally just has a piece of film that is sensitive to light. And then the shutter opens and closes. And depending on how long and how open or closed the aperture is how your picture looks. The world of photography began to change in 1975 with the development of digital cameras. I don't think anyone ever understood completely how big of an impact they would have. With today, over 2.5 billion people around the world have a digital camera. That's crazy. I mean, everyone is now a photojournalist. Whether or not they know it, everyone is capturing history in the moment. Digital cameras consist of most of the same things as film, but instead of having actual film to put in, you have memory cards, and the way that the camera captures that is with a CMOS sensor. Most of the other parts on the camera itself remain the same. But I talked to Mark Hall, who is an NC State University communications photographer. He's been doing photography about all his life. He said he started when he was 10 years old, and he just learned from his father. Mark said he prefers digital. He said that it allows you to take more chances visually speaking and really push the limits of your equipment. He says that you're able to shoot in a more challenging situation and that it really allows you to see in the moment. It allows you to check your images as you are looking and make small adjustments on the fly. He said that back in the film days, I would take less chances with lighting because I wanted to make sure that I had a safe image for the publication. He said that he loves that people like to consume imagery. Pictures are everywhere, and everyone loves to look at them. For art's sake, and for the sake of storytelling, pictures truly are a universal language. When I got to college, I realized that I still wanted to work with photographers. So I got into Technician, which is the newspaper, and it's a really nice community. We're really hard on each other sometimes, but we love to joke around, and it's almost more like a family. And we really feed off each other and try to make our pictures better, and sometimes we're really competitive about it, but we really push each other and push our limits, and I really like it. Kind of lose the view of what photography is really all about. To me, I see it as a relationship. It's a bond between you and your camera, and not just you and your camera, but you and your subject. It's a language. And what better way to talk to someone than with a picture? There's always that saying that says a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I think it's true. Sometimes I think that pictures alone can create a bigger impact than any writing or words or speech could ever. I mean, wars were won with pictures. Photography has really impacted my life in more ways than I ever thought it would. I used to really struggle sometimes with just approaching people and talking to them. But as I've really grown in photojournalism and had to just suck it up and go talk to people, I really started to like it. I really like meeting new people and approaching people and talking to them now, and I find it a lot easier.